JDM, it may not mean what you think it means. So, today we're going to be talking about a controversial topic, which is JDM. With the rise in popularity of Japanese cars and Japanese culture, JDM seems to be a term that's thrown around loosely to describe pretty much any vehicle that represents any type of culture from Japan or a vehicle that's imported from Japan. And this is not the case. JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market, and most people think this means either a car is made in Japan or by a Japanese company. It doesn't even have to be a Japanese produced car or a car made in Japan. The vehicle can be made in a different country and also by a completely different company. The key is the vehicle has to be produced specifically to be sold in Japan and manufactured for the Japanese market. There's a lot of misconceptions about this as well, because some people say that if a car isn't Japanese, it can't be JDM, or if a car isn't right-hand drive, it can't be JDM. Left-hand drive cars aren't illegal in Japan, even though most manufacturers, when they do make a car for Japan, they make it right-hand drive because that is what the country is used to. People are more comfortable driving that way. There actually are a few vehicles out there that you wouldn't consider JDM, but they actually are. The 1990s Mini Coopers were outfitted with air conditioners and fender flares specifically for the Japanese market. A few of the vehicles that had JDM options were BMWs, Mercedes, Porsches, and even Ford Mustang. So in the year of 2014, they actually outfitted around 40 Mustang GTs compliant to Japanese standards and exported them to Japan to sell in the Japanese market. So these are considered JDM vehicles. Now let's talk about JDM in America. So essentially anything that's JDM in America is any vehicle that was sold in Japan for the Japanese market, compliant to the Japanese standard, and then exported later on to America. So just because a specific car had a JDM version doesn't make the USDM version JDM, such as the Toyota Supra or the RX-7. So I did go to a lot of car meets when I was in Japan, and the funny story is that people actually do USDM conversions on their vehicles. Toyotas with Lexus badges, and you'll see Nissan with Infiniti badges. And one of my good friends, Yuichi, we actually met in Daikoku Futo, and he had a 2003 Mustang Cobra, which is kind of how we met because I had one at the time. Asked him if he spoke English, and we actually became pretty good friends. We went on cruises together, and one day we went to Odaiba and we went to a USDM car meet where it was sort of, for me, it wasn't really exciting, but I had been in Japan for several years, so it was kind of a little bit different. Funny stories, we walked by a PT Cruiser, and my friend Yuichi actually freaked out. He's like, this is one of my favorite cars, I love PT Cruisers. It was a weird kind of culture shock seeing someone get excited over a PT Cruiser, which pretty much you see almost every day in America. So when I talk about JDM, I'm talking about the origin of where the acronym came from. Nowadays, it's widely accepted as a term of representing Japanese car culture. Pretty much any vehicle imported from Japan or a certain type of style of vehicle. So please let me know down in the comments what you think the term JDM means, and what do you think about the USDM culture in Japan, how they kind of mimic our JDM culture but with the USDM style in Japan. Do you think that's sort of cool or silly, or just let me down in the comments what you think about that. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to help motivate me to make more videos. Please let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas for a next video, and thank you for watching. Bye!